Morning, everybody. It is morning. It's 8:36. I am currently in Elizabethtown, Kentucky. And, oh my goodness, do I have bed hair? Oh, whatever. I was in such a hurry to get out the door this morning because I made an appointment the last time I was home for days off online. I made an appointment online to do my testing for my CDL. And I spent yesterday enjoying all the rain and a cup of coffee, or 5. I don't even remember how much coffee I had yesterday, but it was nice. And I just went through the rest of the manual. And then, of course, this morning I woke up, or my husband, he woke me up. And he goes, "Today's the day you're a truck driver again." And I went, "Oh, yeah." And then I'm like, "Oh, don't I need to take the combination test too?" So I looked over the combination questions real quick. Because I'm like, I don't know why I was thinking I didn't need the combination vehicle thingy. But anyway. So I'm heading down there to do that this morning. I feel very confident with the testing, with the questions, how I will answer. Because I didn't really give the combination vehicle testing part my full devotion. I'm a little less confident about that, but I got this. And like I told my husband, I said, "Hey, I am not worried. If for whatever reason I don't pass the test, I'm going to just study up again or whatever, and I'm going to retake it till I get it." So I will. One time though I did, years and years ago, I did fail my hazmat test, but I'm not applying for hazmat this time. But I did fail my hazmat test, and I had to wait, I think, a week, and then went back and I took the test again. And you're allowed to miss 6, and I had missed 7. And the tester was really nice. They handed me back my test and said, "Here, answer this one, re-answer this one." And I did, and I passed. I was really glad. I was really glad because, man, I had to wait another 7 days. So I'm excited, guys. I'm excited. This CDL test, it's gonna open the doors of possibilities for more loads for me. And so, yeah, let's do this. All right, I will give you an update after I'm done testing. Alrighty, people, wanted to give you an update. So getting my CDL, it's really turning out to be a pain in the butt. Yesterday, I retook my test, the written test for the combination vehicle, because I obviously didn't pass it the first time. So they rescheduled me for another appointment to retake the test 5 days later, which was yesterday. And so 9:15 and yesterday morning, I have my appointment. I go up there. I took my combination test and I failed it again. And I'm like, oh, I can't let this ruin my day. The first time I failed it, I was depressed. I don't handle rejection well. So I went home, scratch that. After I'd failed the test, the lady the tester had let me look at the questions that I had gotten wrong. And I think that's because when I had first started the test, I turned around and I looked at her. I said, it sure would be nice if we could look at our answers that we got wrong. And she let me. And that was the biggest thing she could do to help me out. Because when I looked over the answers that I had gotten wrong, and I saw what the correct answers were, I already knew what they were. Only one answer did I get wrong that I legitimately didn't know the answer to. The rest of them I had gotten wrong because I don't test well. I doubt myself. and I changed the answer. I've always been that way. So when she let me look at those questions that I had gotten wrong, I'm like, I knew the answer. And that encouraged me so much because I'm like, I've got this. So after I failed the test, she says, well, we can reschedule you. You can take the test again in the morning if you'd like. And okay. I thought there'd be another waiting period. She says, when? I said, early. 8 a.m.? Sure. What was I thinking? 8 a.m. But I agreed to it. So I go home, I look through the book, and I'm like, I'm so sick of this. I don't even want to mess with it. So I watched a little TV. I binged watched on Netflix. 8 o'clock this morning, I was down there to take my test. And of course, by now, I'm a familiar face down there. Everybody's recognizing me, but they're all cheering me on. They're like, you can do this. Like, yeah. And so I'm taking my test, and down at the bottom of the screen, I notice how many questions there are to answer, how many I get right, how many I get wrong, and how many I pass on. And so I start answering the questions, and I'm getting them correct. And then I was like 3 or 4 questions in, and I realized I had made a mistake. I had answered one of the previous questions wrong. So I turned around and I looked at the instructor and I went, is there any way to go back? I realized I answered one of the questions wrong. I want to go back and change it. She said, no, you can't do that. I'm like, So I pressed on and I passed the combination. And I just flew through the air brakes. That wasn't a problem. But it was such a relief. So I got that done. So I have my CDL permit and my driver's license. Of course, my driver's license is stapled to my permit, but I kind of had to dump a little bit of extra money into this because my regular driver's license was going to expire in October. I'm not going to look at it, but I think it was October. And my permit is good for 6 months. And they're like, well, you're going to need to renew your driver's license and then purchase your permit. And I'm just watching dollar signs float away, but it's done. It is done, y'all. I was telling my friends, I'm like, I don't know if I can handle failing this test again. It's really taking it out of me, but I got it. So in 2 weeks, I can schedule a road test. I have a phone number I need to call because I need to call the state of Kentucky, people who do the road testing, and ask them if I do a road test in Indiana, will they accept it for my license in Kentucky? Because Horizon Transport has this deal where if you make 25,000 safety miles, they will give you a free road test. But I don't know if that road test will work in Kentucky, so I still need to look into that. But I got my permit. I am so happy. I passed the test. Yes, I'm repeating myself. Yes, I can't help it. Yes, I'm happy. So, having had said all of that, I want to thank you guys very much for being with me on this CDL journey. It's not over yet, but I've got the written part out of the way. Thank you for watching. I really super appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, it'd be awesome if you did. Press the like button, share, ring the bell, and as always, I welcome comments. And just remember, guys, it's all about the perspective.